Good deal, people. Hope we're all doing well. You're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening whenever you come across this reading. You already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintention, go evil life, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you for the effects of all the hexes, the curses, the spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry because you reap what you sow for Baba so low. Don't do to others what you don't want done to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy, and an Andy-ass, miserable, bitter-ass business and go heal yourselves. What it is, collective? I woke up, I got mad energy. How you doing? How you doing? Happy hump day. But I woke up with mad energy. Mad hyped. Mad hyped. I couldn't even take a shit this morning without my upstairs neighbors fucking hovering above me, yo. Shit. Yo, damn. Shit stalkers. Here comes the shit stalkers. So, yo, and then I also woke up out of my bed with the name Debbie. I don't know who a Debbie is. I don't know a Debbie. Never met a Debbie. I don't have no Debbie as a friend. All I know is Little Debbie. You know, the cakes. That's who I know, Little Debbie. And I don't know Little Debbie too well because I don't eat Little Debbie that much. But that's the only Debbie that I know. So, collective, I woke up with the name Debbie. Like, I was like, Debbie, like literally playing loud and clear Debbie in my head. I'm like, I literally asked Spirit, like, who the hell Debbie? Who's Debbie? So we about to find out who's Debbie. I don't really be getting names like that. The last time I got a name like that when I woke up was Miss, and I remember the name. Her name was Miss Mavis. That was another name that I got. Somewhere down here I wrote down. Let me write this name down. Debbie. Let's find out, collective, who Debbie is and what Debbie been up to. Because that's what I woke up today. To the name of Debbie. So, collective, who's Debbie? Who is this Debbie, collective? We about to tap in. You might know some of Debbie. You might know what Debbie. This might resonate with you. But let's see who Debbie is, collective. Because this name popped up in my head. So, angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light attribute only, please provide me with some insight. Please provide me with some knowledge to who this Debbie is. I don't think I'm going to make this reading long because I just want to figure out who Debbie is and maybe what Debbie been up to. This is Debbie. Since the name Debbie came in my head. Ooh, we got the devil with the 8 of coins. Devil. Debbie could be a devil. A devil. Don't do that. Hey. Don't scratch my chair. The Empress in reverse. Woo! Debbie is the Empress in reverse. A devil. Wow, collective. And we saw 8 of Pentacles before in the upright. Now 8 of Pentacles is in the reverse on a different card. There's 4 of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. 7 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, I didn't even see that. 9 of Cups in reverse. Wow. Debbie is the Empress in reverse, collective. This is who this Debbie is. I don't know what Debbie. I really don't know anybody named Debbie. So I don't know if this has anything to do with me or somebody else. But you got this Debbie collective, a Debbie. Somebody named Debbie is an Empress in the reverse. They feeling weak with the Sun in reverse. They the devil. They were working hard on something and they're not gaining anything. Somebody thought they were gonna be the Four of Pentacles. Somebody thought they were gonna be in a partnership. Somebody thought they were gonna get the ownership of something. Somebody thought that they were gonna get this inheritance. Nine of Cups in the reverse. They're not getting anything. Five of Cups. Somebody is in a brief loss, disappointed. Seven of Cups because they thought they had a lot of wishful thinking, illusions. Somebody thought they were going to gain something. This double energy. Look, wow, the Hierophant, Hangman Hierophant. This Debbie is the Hangman Hierophant. This person could be in a marriage alliance, part of some type of society, organization, some type of structure. But yep, this Empress in the reverse is in the Hangman position. The Sun in the reverse, the Hierophant, this marriage, they're weak, they're in the dark. The Devil, they've been fucking with the devil. Yeah, look, Three of Coins. They collaborating with the devil collective. Now the Sun in reverse again. Confirmation twice. That's why they're in the dark. This is clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That's why they don't have no money. It's not working. They're in the dark, weak, cowards. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles collective. They are not getting any victory. There's no victory. They didn't triumph over anything. The World, the Four of Cups in the reverse again. The Eight of Cups to the Five of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Cups, the World clarifying the world. The World clarifying the Nine of Cups. Somebody was doing this to better their future. And the Five of Cups in reverse, clarifying the Five of Cups. Five of Cups in reverse, clarifying Five of Cups in reverse. And then the cat, you hear him? The Five of Cups in reverse is clarifying the Five of Cups in reverse. That don't happen too often. And when the things happen like that, it's no coincidence. When things happen the way they do on this table, it is no coincidence. And then you got the Eight of Cups in the upright, clarifying the Seven of Cups in the reverse. The way the number flow, the Sun came out in the reverse twice, and the Five of Cups came out in the reverse twice on the same table. We got a lot of coins and cups. There's a lot of pentacles and cups, literally. There's only one sword out here, and the rest of it are fucking major arcanas. There's only one sword, the Ace of Swords, and it's in the reverse. Everything else is cups, and pentacles. Cups and pentacles. It's all about fucking money. At the end of the day, this is talking about money. This Debbie, the Empress in reverse, whoever Debbie is, I don't know who this Debbie is, but there's a Debbie that popped up in my head when I woke up. So there's a Debbie that was in my energy. That's the Empress in reverse. So somebody named Debbie. We got helicopters already. Somebody named Debbie collective. There's some truth that's unraveling in the public about somebody named Debbie. There's some truth that's unraveling in the public about this Empress in reverse. And now somebody's in the dark. They could be hiding the Sun in the reverse. So there's something happening in the public with somebody named Debbie. And whatever material, wealth, happiness they had, they losing it. They lost their fortune, their marriage. They're not happy. They're in the dark. They're weak. Because they were fucking with the devil. Because they were in a devilish energy. Tempted. Seducting. Seductress. Temptation. Indulging in their shadow self. Wanted to be revengeful, violent. Wanted to instill some type of force or have some type of control. very wicked. And this person definitely could be chained to the devil. You got people chained and bound to the devil. You got people that's chained to the devil. And they were in this Eight of Pentacles, but the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody was working really hard to gain some type of money, but they don't. They didn't gain it. Because whatever they were doing it in an illegal way. They don't make money in the proper way. They make money in the wrong way, collective. This person is avoided their own ambitions, was paying attention to something else. Very vain. And somebody thought that the Eight of Pentacles in reverse to the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody really thought they were going to have some type of ownership of something. Somebody thought that they were going to get this gift, this inheritance. Somebody was sure that they were going to get this legacy, this inheritance, this gift. And this is somebody that did not want to let go of something that wasn't there, something that wasn't theirs. They were sure that they were going to get it, but they didn't get it. Now they got to let go of it. Is being removed. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Whatever they thought that they were going to have access to, ownership of, or inherit, they're not inheriting or having any access to anything. This is somebody that made major mistakes. You're being collective. You're being liberated because you're somebody who's loyal. You spread truth. You speak truth. You're not perfect. This is somebody that's not going to have no victory, no success. They're gonna lose all their advantages. They're gonna be dissatisfied. Because they were in this Five of Cups energy, and the Five of Cups is in the reverse. Five of Cups is a card of loss, but collective, somebody was trying to make you get somebody was trying to have you have a loss in a relationship, in a marriage. Somebody wanted you to be bitter, but you're not. You're about to gain a new alliances. This is somebody that's a fake, that's an imposter. Whatever they was trying to take is being returned back to you. Like I said, Seven of Cups in reverse, they were in an illusion. They were delusional, thinking that they were going to get something from you. Thinking they were going to take something. They had a lot of will and determination in this fucking scheme, this project they planned. But it was unsuccessful. Successful. Here we go. This person is overwhelmed. They're trying to escape a situation and they can't. Because collective, you're in some type of recovery. Hey, you're in some type of recovery. You forgive, you moved on, you have a lot of resilience and you're looking forward. And somebody's out here disappointed, unfulfilled. Because they casted illusions on themselves. Grand Rising, they casted illusions on themselves, collective. Now they out here sitting disheartened, gloom and doom energy. Because somebody really thought that they were going to be this person that was going to gain this inheritance, this gift. Somebody really thought they were going to be rolling with the homies. What's the deal, collective? Yeah, this person is a person that's greedy. They do things for money. They're a hoarder. They hoard money. They're stingy. They cheat. They're materialistic. Right now, and they spend money on bullshit, on nonsense. And they're miserable. They're trying to gatekeep something that's not theirs. Trying to hold on to something that's not theirs. Yeah, this person is very unprofessional. They did something too quickly in haste. And whatever they did in haste was poor quality. So they could have did something, they tried to beat you at something. Somebody was working hard trying to beat you at something, but it was poor quality, very unprofessional. That's why it's in the reverse. This person was wants to present themselves as they're a professional. They want to present themselves like if they got some type of talent or craftsmanship. If they skill and they're not, whatever they do is of poor quality. They're unprofessional. They're the devil. They do things to trap. Whatever they do, I'm reading it backwards now. Whatever it is that they do with this Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, that's of poor quality. This is a person that likes to trap people in the dark with the sun in the reverse. This is somebody that likes to trap people, chain people, bind people to the dark with the sun in the reverse. This Empress in the reverse likes to trap and chain people in the reverse. Somebody named Debbie likes to trap and chain people to the devil for money, to receive their inheritance or their gifts. Yep. And that's why this Empress is in the Hangman now. Whoever this Debbie is. This Debbie is in the Hangman position because collective, you're somebody who's wise. You have intuition. You have some type of gift, clairvoyancy, and you knew about this Hierophant energy. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcanas, and everything is cups and pentacles. And 1 sword. Anyway, so the Hierophant energy collective. So this Hierophant energy could be a relationship, a marriage alliance. So this could be a couple. It could be a couple. You have a few of those names in their family. Oh, I don't know any Debbie. So I don't know if this got to do with me or this got to do with the collective. But I know I woke up with the name Debbie. I'm like, who the fuck is... I literally asked the spirit, who the fuck is Debbie? Like, literally, just like that. I was like, who the fuck is Debbie? Because me personally, I don't know a Debbie. I don't even think I know a Debbie in the online world. Like online. I don't even know if I have a Debbie as a friend on my Facebook. Let's not even say friend, associate. I don't even know that if I have one. But I ain't never, ever, ever, I don't know a Debbie. So whoever this Debbie is collective, this Debbie is an Empress in reverse, and they like to trap, chain people to the devil for their gifts, to receive some type of money, inheritance, a gift. That's what they're doing. This is what the first row is saying. There was a lot of wishful thinking, and somebody's disappointed with their fucking illusion. They're casting illusion. They disillusioned themselves thinking that they were going to actually gain this 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Somebody really thought that they were going to get this 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups energy. They're not getting shit. They damn sure not getting a fucking damn thing. This Debbie seems to be a problem, collective. This Debbie that popped up is a troublemaker from what it seems. They sitting in sadness right now. They were too confident in something, and now they're sitting in sadness and a lot of negativity. Because they wanted to be the devil. They wanted to sit in their shadow selves. They have a lot of addiction. They thought something was a game. They overindulge. Ain't nothing game here. There was nothing that was a game. I don't know why they thought something was a game. They out here making sacrifices, collective. They out here making sacrifices. They out here trying to sacrifice you. They're waiting. They're waiting on something, but they see something that's not happening. There's nothing happening, collective. They need to come to the acceptance that you cannot be sacrificed. They need to come to the acceptance that they are not the Empress. They need to come to the acceptance that they are the Empress in reverse. They are no Empress. They are the Empress in reverse. They in denial. They in the denial. The denial. Somebody thought that they were going to get their wish fulfillment. They're not getting their wish fulfillment. Since they wanted to be in this devil energy. This is somebody with this Hierophant energy. This is somebody this could be an institution as well, not only a marriage. This could be a institution, some type of organization, maybe a school, a social structure, maybe a church, some type of hierarchical organization that runs off of tradition. Yeah, look, see? With this monk shit, this is some type of religious structure with the monk energy. They're fake. They're not real. They're monk. Look, the three of coins is landing under the devil. These are people who pretend to be something that's righteous. These are people who pretend to be someone who's of light mind and body, but they're not. These are people who pretend to be pure of heart and pure of soul, but they're not. They really sticky fingers. They put in their nasty sticky finger boogers on their nasty cooties, their germs on it. And these people, because this is a collaboration. So this emperor collaborated with like 3 other people. This emperor that was in the devil energy collaborated with some type of religious structure, corrupted religious structure that runs off of some type of tradition. Could have partnered up with a couple. Yeah, but there was definitely some collaboration going on. There was some type of teamwork happening here. People were working together to try to gain some type of growth. They were building some type of foundation with this devil. This is an organization. They were trying to build this foundation with a organization of devils. With the sun in reverse, but they're in the dark. They're a bunch of cowards. They're weak. And they're not gaining. The sun clarifying the 8 of Pentacles, both in the reverse. They're in the dark. They're not gaining anything, and they're weak. They're not gaining shit. Whatever they were working on, they're not gaining shit. They were working hard too, collective. Like I said, very unprofessional. These are unprofessional people. So these are people who could have a job title in a religious structure or organization. These are people who have a high job title. Okay? A priest, a preacher, a judge, a lawyer, a cop, a doctor, somebody, a guidance counselor, a motivational speaker, somebody that has influence. These are people who have influence that are part of an organization that abused their job title, took their job title a little bit too serious, and abused their power. That's what that is. And a confirmation because the Ace of Swords is in the reverse. This is the abuse of power. Somebody was abusing their power. You have these people, this Debbie energy, this Empress in the reverse, Debbie, collaborated with a Hierophant organization, and they collaborated together to build a foundation with the devil. They was building a foundation with the devil, collective. And they are not going to be fortunate. They're not going to have a good marriage. They're not going to be content. The sun in the reverse twice. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. They will not be gaining shit. They're not going to be fortunate. They're not gaining a goddamn thing. You thought you were going to gain? You insane. Now they're going through a lot of confusion and conflict, hostility, obstacles, a lot of miscommunication about this 4 of Pentacles, about this gift, the 4 of Pentacles, about what they thought that they were going to get. They're not getting shit. What's this miscommunication? Did you not get the memo that you weren't getting this shit, Debbie? Somebody lost something. Results are disastrous, collective. They are a fatal loss. They lost this gift. They lost this inheritance. They lost it. A fatal, disastrous ending for this person. This person's world. They got a fatal blow. Look, Ace of Swords to the world. A disastrous ending to their world. Their world is about to fucking end. You see the world? You see it breaking apart? Their world has been split open. The sun has cracked. And the world is, look, and the sun came out in reverse twice. The sun came out in the reverse twice. In this picture, the sun is breaking. It's cracking in half and the world is coming out, collective. Their world is dark. It's a dark world. You see how the no more sun, it just went dark? It's about to have a day, a dark world, collective. The sun has cracked. They in the reverse. They in the dark, and it's about to be a dark world for their ass. They sitting in confusion, going through a lot of conflicts and obstacles. Exactly. Five of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Five of Cups in reverse. Both Five of Cups. Five of Cups collective. Somebody really was trying to fuck you up. Somebody was trying to poison your path. Somebody wanted you sick. Somebody wanted you down and out. Somebody wanted you to go through a loss. Wanted you in grief. Wanted you in regret. But you're not. You forgave. You're moving on. You're looking forward. You're in recovery. You're having some type of resilience. And somebody was disillusioned. Somebody thought that you were going through something. You're not going through no loss. So Five of Cups is in the reverse twice. There's no loss you're going through. And that's a double confirmation that you're not going through any loss. You're not in grief and you're not in regret. You're about to gain new alliances. Eight of Cups. Because you moved on. You let go. Five of Wands in the reverse of somebody that was in a competition. Somebody was competing with you, collective. Page of Wands behind that. An enemy, your rival enemy. Somebody was out here competing with you, in a competition with you. Trying to struggle. Struggling for riches and fortune to succeed. This Page of Wands. Somebody young, immature, or young-minded. This could be somebody that's young. This could be a child. Somebody that's acting like a child. Or this could be somebody that's just immature. But you have somebody out here that was out here trying to battle you. In a competition with you, want to fight with you, cause conflict, cause disagreements. Yeah, somebody was competing with you, collective. This is somebody that was very enthusiastic in their efforts. They were an adventurer. They thought they were seeing, they thought they were going to get something. They were exploring their options. They put a lot of energy into this, collective, in trying to gain this gift, this inheritance, this ownership, this property, or be the leader of something. They wanted to be the leader of something. They wanted to be the head bitch in charge, head nigga in charge. They wanted to be the dandada, the jefa, el jefe, el jefa. They wanted to be that queen, that king. They wanted to be the emperor, that empress. But the fucking first card that comes out is the empress in their reverse. They are not the empress. They are the empress in their reverse. They could want to be the empress all they want. They could want to be the queen. They could want to be all, but they are not. They the empress in the reverse. That's what you are, the empress in the reverse. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Stop trying to be something that you're not. Collective. You about to be happy. Somebody is faking like they're happy. Somebody's faking like they are right. This page of wands. This page of wands is faking like everything's okay. This person is mental and dangerous. They are your rival enemy. Confirmation. This is your rival enemy that was in a competition with you and very immature about it too. And they lost at the end of the day. This is Debbie. I said I wasn't going to be here long, and we in 30-40. We already hit half an hour. Let's pluck some right here to see it and end it. Yeah, wow. Debbie is being shunned and casted out by a society, group, organization, coven, clique, or family. So Debbie, this emperor, is in the dark, and they're being casted out of this hierophant, this organization that they work with. Debbie's being kicked out of this organization. Yeah, because their plans failed. Wow, Debbie's plans failed. Debbie's being kicked out of an organization because their plans failed. And they're about to piss themselves. The energy don't lie. You see what's happening here, collective? The spirit is exposing Debbie. Yeah, this Debbie married for money. So confirmation, Debbie is in a relationship, hierophant energy. Marriage alliance. This is Debbie married for money. Yeah, and it's been made a public display. It's been made a public display about this person named Debbie that marries for money. That they're getting casted out of a society, group, organization. A karmic woman named Debbie. Look, it energy don't lie. A karmic woman named Debbie is getting kicked out of a society, organization, or coven because their plans failed. Yeah, Rapunzel. Plans failed. Somebody was trying to keep you locked up in a tower. So their plans failed of them trying to keep you trapped, locked in a tower, isolated with the people who, with this group of people with the 3 of coins, with their people who they collaborated with. Yeah, they're about to piss themselves because there's files on them. So there's files on them. There's documentation about this Debbie, whoever Debbie is. Yeah, they're getting an undesired outcome. They're not getting the outcome they want because it's been made a public display that they married for money. Yeah, they were sleeping with the higher-ups. What I said? Somebody sleeping with the higher-ups to get their way, and they still getting an undesired outcome. It's been made at the public display. Yeah, they were out here trying to attack your chakras. This karmic woman is in the hangman position because they were out here doing chakra attacks. Ungodly. Plans fail, trying to keep you trapped in the tower because these people are ungodly. These the Hierophant 3 of coins. This organization, this coven that this Debbie work with is ungodly. I said that. Yeah, entrapment. They entrapped right now. They're about to piss themselves because there's files on them and they're about to trap themselves. Collective, hold on. And this is landing on the Ace of Swords in reverse the sun. My nose, I gotta blow my nose. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I felt that was about to be a big old booger snot got hole, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how you call that in English. So they're about to piss themselves because there's documents on them files. Yes, they were attacking your sacral chakra and they're having an undesired outcome because they were trying to attack your sacral chakra. So have you in some type of loss and grief, 5 of Cups, energy, the world to the 5 of Cups in reverse. They were trying to attack your sacral chakra to have you in some type of loss and grief and disappointment. But it's the 5 of Cups in reverse. So they're not undesired outcome for them attacking your sacral chakra, collective. This is somebody that could be related to you by blood. This person is related to you by blood. This Debbie, I don't know a Debbie. I don't know if I have a Debbie related to me by blood, but there's somebody Debbie related to you by blood. Yeah, date and time gaps. They were trying to create date and time gaps, collective. Yeah, the mother of all ravens, Supreme Council, is ungodly. Somebody thinks that the mother of all ravens. They think they're the Supreme Council. So, like I said, this is somebody that took their job title a little bit too serious. They abused their power. Like I said, pride and prejudice, negative assumptions. Somebody took their job title, job position a little bit too serious and abused their power. Now this person is chain smoking. They're a chain smoker. Somebody keep kicking people out of my life. Yeah, they being deported. This is somebody that's being deported. This Debbie is being deported. I'm smelling Clorox for some reason. Bleach. Lemon. I'm smelling a lemon cleaning product. I just smell something. Lemon. But like a cleaning product. Like if somebody's trying to mask them. Collective. Somebody's trying to mask their scent in a lemon Lysol. No, what's that floor? Pine Sol. Lemon Pine Sol. Somebody's trying to mask their smell in a lemon Pine Sol. You are demonic. Pine Sol is used to cleanse energy. Pine Sol is used to remove negative energy out your home. How an ungodly energy is out here trying to mask their scent in a lemon Pine Sol. That's why I smell you. You are the negative energy. So a negative energy, you can't use shit to cleanse yourself. You're the negativity. How are you going to use shit that we use to cleanse our home from negativity to cleanse you? You cleansing yourself out? I literally smelled, I was trying to figure out what was cleaning product. Lemon Pine Sol is what I just smelled. Debbie's trying to mask themselves. Energy distortion. Look at that. What I just said. Energy distortion. I be on point. I know what I'm talking about. Confirmation. Look, you hear that? You hear them sirens? You hear them alerting? You hear all that bullshit in the background? Yeah. It's an emergency. Somebody could have STD or syphilis. Online community. There was a lot of pride and prejudice in the online community. There's files on them in the online community. They were beating their chest like they were King Kong when you were a whole Caesar collective. So they thought they were big, bad, and bougie. Like I said, somebody took their fucking job title too serious. A father related to you by blood, being deported. A father related to you by blood is being deported, collective. So a father energy, this could be your father, somebody's father in the family that's being deported, but they related to you. So a father in your family is being deported. It's been made a public, this Debbie could be sleeping with a father related to you and your family. This Debbie energy married for money. They married a father related to you by blood. So a Debbie, female energy, married a masculine in your family. And this masculine in your family is now being deported, or this person this Debbie energy is being deported. Somebody's being deported because somebody married into your family. Married for money. They married into your family for money. Because they thought they were going to get this money. It's been made a public display, sleeping with the higher-ups, related to you by blood, being deported, or father-related. Either this Debbie is being deported, or this father-related is being deported. Or this Debbie is somebody in your family. And this father is being deported and they sleeping with somebody in your family. Either way, somebody's sleeping with somebody and they slept with somebody and married somebody for money. And this is somebody that's in your family. Somebody married into your family for money. A karmic woman named Debbie married into your family for some type of money. Yeah, repeat offense. Repeat offender. They're a repeat offender, and now they're in a black cloud. Well, I said the sun in reverse because their plans failed. They're running out of money. Dumb and Dumber. Yup, Debbie and this father that's in your family. Somebody's attacking my sacral chakra now. Peeping Tom, they watching. Because you're undefeated, somebody's attacking my womb now. Whatever they did was lost but not forgotten. Sonic Boom, street fight. There's about to be a fight, collective. The downstairs neighbor, you can have a downstairs neighbor. There's about to be a fight with the downstairs neighbor. Then you unbothered. The downstairs neighbor is about to get into a fight. This is somebody that has a strange smell. What I said, somebody stinks and they're trying to cover themselves with lemon pine sol. Repeated offense, peeping Tom, downstairs new woman. Somebody, the downstairs neighbor could be somebody named I could have a neighbor that lives downstairs from me named Debbie. You could have a downstairs neighbor that lives downstairs from you that lives named Debbie. Somebody's stuttering and somebody's nervous now because I'm stuttering. So this is my energy. I have a downstairs neighbor. Her name is Debbie. Downstairs door slam. This person is getting casted out, kicked out of a coven, organization because their plans failed. This karmic woman has been attacking my chakras, trying to cause date and time gaps, trying to distort my energy. A repeated offense, peeping Tom, downstairs neighbor. Or this could be your energy, collective. All I know is I woke up with the name Debbie. And if I'm waking up with a name, that means this is probably my energy, obviously. But we're going to do this as a regular ass reading. We just trying to figure out who the fuck Debbie is. So Debbie could be the downstairs neighbor. And they married somebody in my family. A father energy in my family. Non-believer. They didn't believe in me or you, collective, Dumb and Dumber. They reaping what they sow. You reap what you sow. This repeated offense, peeping Tom, karmic woman, downstairs neighbor is reaping what they sow. Infatuated. They were infatuated with you, with me. They in a black cloud collective because we're undefeated, we're unbothered, and they're infatuated with us in the online community. They watching us in the online community. Fairy magic. They were out here doing fairy magic, beating their chest like King Kong. Now they're running out of money. Because something was lost but not forgotten. Whatever they did might have been lost, but it was never forgotten. Soul swapper. They were out here trying to swap souls. They were doing fairy magic to try to swap out your soul, my soul. They did not come correct, collective. They shouldn't have came at all. They were out here lying, false advertisement. It was a guilty pleasure. They enjoyed doing this. Dumb and Dumber enjoyed lying on you, collective. They were in survival mode. They wanted you in survival mode. The downstairs neighbor is in survival mode now. They broke all types of laws. And now there's about to be an execution. These scammers. They're scammers. Past lifetime. They did something in the past. Something they did in the past. Now they're rotting from the inside out. This business offer is off the table. Scammers, money. They did this for money. What I said. This is a false prophet that's rotting from the inside out. Either Debbie is a false prophet, downstairs neighbor, or this father is a downstairs somebody. The false prophet is this Debbie or this father figure. Nobody else came out. I've been here 45 minutes and nobody else came out, collective, besides Karmic woman. Nothing came out. So we are focused on that this Debbie is a Karmic woman that's a part of an organization, a coven. They sleep with the higher ups to get their way. They related to you by blood. Somebody married for money. This Debbie married for money. A Karmic woman related to you by blood. So this person married to in your family to a father figure. Your father, somebody's father. Could be an uncle. Could be a cousin. It could be some masculine in your family that they married as their father. And they married. So somebody is related to you by blood, but by marriage. And then you got the downstairs neighbor that came out. So this Karmic woman could be Debbie that lives downstairs, or the downstairs neighbor is also involved. And it says repeated offense, peeping Tom, downstairs neighbor, you reap what you sow. So the downstairs neighbor kept repeating something, doing something, being a peeping Tom, and now they're getting karma. They're a scammer. So my downstairs neighbor is a peeping Tom and they're a scammer, and they keep doing something over and over again. And they're working with a father figure that's in my family, and this lady named Debbie that marries for money. And we already here 45 minutes, we're almost in an hour, and no other energy has came out. And there goes your three people with the 3 of coins. Debbie, the downstairs neighbor, and this father related. I'm done. So Debbie is the devil. Debbie is working with the devil. Debbie is out here lying, running out of money, doing spell work on you with these people, lying on your name, trying to bring you an ending. And all it's showing is that they're the ones that's going through an ending. It's all it's showing that they're the ones that collaborated, attacking your chakras, doing all this for money. Whatever they did to you, collective, it's been made a public display about what these people are doing, and they're not getting the desired outcome that they want. They're getting an undesired outcome. These people are trapped for having all these negative assumptions, their pride and prejudice, thinking that they were better than you or better than me, whoever this Debbie is. Like I said, I don't know a Debbie. So if this is my energy, this is a complete stranger that I don't know that was coming for me. Or coming for you, collective. You could know a Debbie. Whoever knows a Debbie, Debbie got exposed for being your karmic foe. Look, brokenhearted, 3 of swords. They brokenhearted. Because their foundation is in the reverse. 3 of wands. They're brokenhearted because their foundation is in the reverse. Yeah. And you're gaining new alliance sites. 5 of wands. And you're not going through nothing. 5 of wands. They can't compete with you. 5 of wands in the reverse. They can't compete with you, collective. They in a competition with themselves. They're competing with themselves. Look, yep, you're not in the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You're not in the Ten of Swords. Look, there's a card that slipped. Let's see what that is. Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're not in the Ten of Swords. Their foundation is in the reverse because you're not in the Ten of Swords. They were unable to put Ten of Swords in your back. Yeah, Nine of Coins. You're in this Nine of Coins collective. You're gaining. You're not twisted up. Two of Wands in the reverse. You're not twisted. You're not twisted up in the situation. Judgment in the reverse. You're not under judgment. And there's no more collaboration. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. There's no more collaborating. Because you're not under judgment, collective. You're getting this Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Coins. And the Two of Wands in the reverse. You're not twisted up in a situation. You're not in a pickle that you can't get out of. And that's the truth. Ace of Wands, that's the truth. And they broken hearted because of it. Because they can't have you in no time. Yeah, you the King of Cups. You gaining, collective. Wow, look. You're not in the Empress in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yes, confirmation. This is not a loving, caring, kind person. They want to be looked up as a Queen of Cups in the reverse in the upper, but they're not. They're Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is the Empress in the reverse. They're not loving, caring, kind. Look, death. Or they were death to the Queen of Cups in the reverse, Empress in the reverse. There's an ending to this Empress in the reverse. And their collaboration, Three of Coins, look at that. The Moon in reverse and their illusions. There's an ending. Death to the Moon in reverse to the Three of Coins. A death to this collaboration and their illusions and their spell work, these snakes. No victory. They're not getting a victory. They lost. Ace of Swords in reverse. They lost. That they lost. I stand in truth, divine and whole. No say. They under judgment. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, under judgment. Whatever they were working on, they're not gaining. They are under judgment. They're not gaining nothing. They're running out of money. They're not making shit. Three of Swords, they're brokenhearted. Three of Swords because they're not gaining anything. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse because they are under judgment. 52-25, something's being mirrored back. I just saw that on the timer. Yeah, you're still building your foundation. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And they unable to move forward. Six of Swords in the reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They're unable to move forward and you're still building your foundation. They are trapped and you're still building your foundation. Their world is in the reverse. They're repeating karmic cycles. For this injustice that they cause. Justice in the reverse. They under judgment. Oh my God. They under judgment for the injustice. They under judgment for the injustice. And it's been made a public display. I'm telling you, I just picked it up. That's the truth. Confirmation. Belch. Collective, that is it. That is all. That's who this Debbie is. Whether this is your story or my story. There's a Debbie that could be a downstairs neighbor. Or a Debbie that married into your family. Or a Debbie that's related to you. Either way, this Debbie is being casted out of this motherfucking organization because their plans failed for trying to destroy you. They were unable to destroy you. And everything is exposed online. It's public. That this person marries for money. They married into your family for money. Somebody in your family could be being deported, or this Debbie could be being deported. But somebody's being deported. And they being seen for the devils that they are. The scammers that they are. The ungodly people that they are. Collective, you already don't take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Don't make anything stick or it's going to make you sick. And you already know if you feel the need to sow a seed, don't hesitate to donate to me. All my information is in the description box below. And on that note, I gotta go. Collective, go scroll my communities I posted, I got an affiliate program. If you want to make some money, join my affiliate program. I think it should be posted. I scheduled it to post. So if it hasn't posted yet, it'll be posted. I dropped some new music. Go listen to that. Go scroll my community section. Or if you are on my Facebook, go scroll my Facebook. Enjoy collective your hump day, the middle of the week. And I'll be back with another reading for you a little bit later. Peace out, collective. Enjoy your day. Stay protected. Stay prayed up. Be productive. And peace out.